Going forward on this January 2nd of 2024. And God's going forward because he wants to make sure that he's with the immigrants as well. You're not by yourself, immigrants, God said, whatever country you come from. You tell them you're with God. This is a reminder that it's your hour and your season as well. I love your happiness, God says, with the network of heaven, all in the Quran and all in the Holy Bible are included in God's plan. They're not separated in heaven, immigrants and migrants. They're together. Together they will be forever, and you'll one day join them. And they who hate on you will be surprised that you were number one at this time, at this hour. That's why God sent me the miracle message, because it's your time and your hour, immigrants of the world. Your happiness is important to God. And those who hate on you, I might not be with you. You be careful. You might be whispering. You might get whispers by the three dummy idiots. Oh, you're an Adam and Eve every day. The moment that you didn't notice that you're Adam and Eve, it's the moment they might come by. I didn't know it at first, but I believe it. And I know. I one time felt something seriously. I felt when I was little, I said, why am I being saying I'm here alone in the world when I knew I was everybody? Ain't that odd? I caught it one time and I remember it from ever since. But we're not alone. We're together, immigrants and migrants, God says. But I tell you right now, immigrants and migrants, God favors you when you want your happiness, and when you pray to God, he answers prayers, and don't you let anyone tell you God's not on your side. He's on your side. When you come here and do positive. Your God has sent miracle messages and many have erased them, God said. And when it comes to immigrants, that's what they try to do. God says. But many Christians and many Muslims and many Catholics love you as well. Don't you forget that, God said. But right now, I tell you, the message was supposed to be about Catholics not going to jail, but God wanted me specifically immigrants, migrants, or whatever future name you change them. God says, write that down, that you walk with God and he walks with you in the valleys of earth. That's my King's voice, immigrants and migrants. That's not just any random kid or son I pick. I picked him out of the fields of San Angelo, Texas for this time and this hour. It's still his season. I tell you, my God, your Father speaks about immigrants and migrants, and don't you ignore it, God said. I favor those who favor immigrants and migrants. I favor those and those who favor immigrants. I'm not with you. God says, I ask Mexico, I ask Canada, those who want mass deportation of immigrants in a negative way, I don't want them to buy land anywhere else. If you don't pursue the happiness of my children, immigrants and migrants around the world, then I'm not happy with you buying land somewhere else. I'm not a dictator, God said. But I want you to understand the message. Your Father says that you don't bring happiness and I don't bring happiness to you. Don't make someone you hate and then you run them off, God said. Matter of fact, I guarantee your God says, I guarantee many of you are from different countries, your family line. Write that down. I bet you won't. I bet you'll erase it in history. But it's not about getting on, God said, on you. It's about loving immigrants and migrants, and I favor those who favor them. I'll put them in number one spot if I need to, in a positive way, in a positive way. I tell you, I had sent positive messages that I didn't like those who were saying mass deportation and run them off and negative stuff. I don't go with negative. I want it positive, God said. We'll stop there.